Okay, Buck, we're back with a story from clickorlando.com. 74-year-old Florida man on electric scooter threatened and chased two with a knife. Oh, this doesn't get the music, nothing does.
Florida man, does whatever the fuck he can. Makes headlines every time. Florida's paradigm. Look out! Here comes Florida man.
Florida man indeed. This is Brevard County. A 74-year-old man is accused of chasing two people with a knife while riding on an electric scooter. During a verbal disagreement, Daniel Zarelli retrieved an 8-inch blade from a drawer in his home and actively followed a woman throughout the residence on his scooter Monday evening. Zarelli's alleged statements of wanting to kill the woman prompted her to run from the residence. Police said Zarelli then targeted a man outside of his home, chasing him around a car, which was a rental signed in the man's name, and down the street while still holding the knife. Zarelli slashed the car's left rear tire, quote, with willful and malicious intent. I don't know how you could possibly slash a tire a different way. It caused about $500 in damage. When police officers arrived, they said Zarelli was still holding a knife and actively following the woman up the driveway of the residence. Upon speaking with him, officers reportedly smelled alcohol on Zarelli's breath, as well as hearing Zarelli spontaneously utter that he wanted to stab the man he was chasing while he had the chance. Zarelli was booked at the Brevard County Jail on multiple charges, including 2 instances of aggravated assault with deadly weapon, both felonies. Police also said Zarelli has a felony probation during the incident and is being held on $26,000 bond and is expected to make his first court appearance February 1st.
Represent, man. Represent. I'd like to know what kind of wheelchair or scooter he was driving around in personally. That's that to me would be a very interesting nugget of information. Wow, dude in an electric scooter chasing somebody around with a knife.
Well, we're going to give the dude a 4 because he didn't actually get him, but
Yeah, that's the yeah.
but there's
You know,
there. Recently, we did a video only version. It was a special episode that's available on our YouTube channel. Just look for the Social Liability Podcast. We did an episode about a judge in West Virginia, and it wasn't a funny. It was funny the way we portrayed it, but the whole incident wasn't funny. And there's one. This is kind of. There's a story very similar to this one I had wanted to do on that one, but we try to keep this show entertaining and not doom and gloom. And the story is about a very similar situation where a man in a motorized wheelchair had a pocket knife and had threatened somebody in a Home Depot. And he left, and when the police arrived, he was going back into the store. The guy was obviously in a motorized wheelchair, and because he didn't stop riding towards the store, an officer put 9 bullets in him. Obviously, he was, well, not obviously, but subsequently he was dead at the scene. And it was obviously this was not the justifiable use of force. I was going to propose we do a story about that, but I chose not to. And in this situation, we're laughing, but it's depending on who perceived it, who responded, and this could have went very badly.
Dude being like, I'm laughing about it, but I'll tell you what right now. If I'm severely disabled, okay?
No,
And
no, you Buck? No.
oh yeah, I can't even cut my own steak. I've been permanently relegated to the kids' table. Every cup I have has a lid. Like, no. Can't be trusted. Don't use scissors. Nothing. But at the end of the day, if I were to start getting squirrely and just decide that I was gonna like fly off the freaking handle and start brandishing a knife and going after people in my fucking wheelchair, when the cops show up, I don't expect to be treated differently than any other person holding a knife. I really don't. And I do really agree that it could have gone the wrong way, but again, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Him being in a wheelchair or on a scooter, it does not give him the excuse to be above or below standards for crime and punishment. Like, if you break the law, if you do something stupid, somebody gonna stop you. You know, if he were to go after somebody with a knife, or if an officer were to see a man in a wheelchair with a knife and feel threatened to shoot his ass 9 times, yeah, I mean, like, the questionable use of force tactics would exist whether he were walking or not. I mean, it really, really would. And I don't think that a man holding a knife in a wheelchair is any less of a threat to a person who's within arm's reach, at least.
Well,
And really, that's what counts.
no, I
Like, he
think
was trying to,
I think what
like,
you're trying to bring that other story into the conversation without seeing it. I think we are going to do that special episode sometime soon, Buck, because I want you to see it and see what kind of reaction we get. So let's table that for the moment, and we'll come back to that
well,
in a
either
special
way,
episode.
I agree with you, man. This dude gets a 4.
Yeah. Definitely do make sure you check out our YouTube channel. If you just search for the Social Liability Podcast, you will definitely find it. And soon you might see some content from an affiliate channel as well. Well, not an affiliate, a friend channel. Let's just say it that way. As we've potentially have some advertising exchange going on very soon. Anyway, so let's move on out of that one, Buck. I'd like to go into something funny, but goddamn. Fox 5 Vegas. Lawyers claim Vegas man happened to steal truck with head and other body parts inside. This happened in Las Vegas. The suspect accused of killing a man was a victim of circumstance by stealing a vehicle that happened to have body parts, including a severed head in the back. Eric says his attorney, anyway. Eric Holland faces a murder charge after Las Vegas Metropolitan Police conducted a vehicle stop on December 23rd on a Toyota Tundra with suspended registration. Police said they followed the vehicle before Holland was seen driving a gold Chevrolet Avalanche. Las Vegas PD found a severed head and body parts in several coolers inside the second truck. The Associated Press identified the victim as Richard P. Miller of Las Vegas, an acquaintance of the suspect. The coroner said that Miller died after multiple gunshot wounds, and his death was ruled a homicide. Holland's defense attorney David Westbrook claimed Holland happened to steal a vehicle with body parts inside. Westbrook asked rhetorically why Holland would intentionally lead officers to a vehicle with body parts inside. In order to believe that he had knowledge of what was in the vehicle, you would have to believe that he intentionally led police to the body. The Las Vegas Metro Police detective testified that multiple firearms and knives were recovered at the scene, along with duct tape and plastic bags. Prosecutors argued that Holland was a danger to society and asked that he not be granted bail. Judge Harmony something agreed agreed to not grant Holland bail. The next court appearance is January 27th. What do you think, Buck? You're muted again, you fool. You fool?
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to be courteous. But no, help me out here. The bodies inside the truck, did he kill them?
So, he's driving a truck. Police are following him, and he ditches that truck and jumps into another one and drives off. Police then pull him over and say, well, this is weird. And they found body parts in coolers of a friend of his. And he's saying, no, I just stole that vehicle because you were following me in the other stolen vehicle, and or because of registration or whatever. And it just happened to have my dead buddy's body chopped up in it. The vehicle I just randomly stole.
Wow. So he just...
This attorney went to law school, passed the bar exam, and he thought, I'm going to bring this defense up in court.
And then they go and they search his house and they find like duct tape, like all sorts of like clean up a body kind of tools there, right?
I don't know about that.
What? Like, I'm sorry, I'm just so foggy right now. What?
I say the detectives testified that multiple firearms and knives were recovered at the scene, along with duct tape, plastic bag. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! And now he's trying to say I just mystically jumped from one stolen vehicle to another. And that's
the one my buddy that I've known happens to be dead and cut up in.
Yeah. Um. Wow.
Wow, indeed, Buck. Wow, indeed.
That's
Um, I'm a huge proponent of the concept of you're innocent until you're proven guilty, but dude did it, and dude gets a five.
that's where I'm headed, man. That's exact. I'm glad you said it first because I was a little hesitant because I don't know these details of this. They just seem. It almost seems like a bad horror, like a bad like who done it kind of novel. It's like,
some
oh,
bad
this is a,
some
this
bad B movie plot where he gets out of jail 20
yeah,
years
man.
from now and hunts down the man that falsely put him in jail, but they can't do anything because of the double jeopardy, and it just seems like a bad movie.
Either that, or it's like a 10-minute documentary. It's like we're trying to recover the killer of this man who's been found in a cooler. Oh, never mind. The guy who stole the truck apparently did it. Never mind. Like now, no, man, come on. Either way, what are we gonna give this? We already said we're giving them five.
Five,
All right,
oh,
let's
big
go.
old five. All right, Buck, we're going to go on to our main event. Main event of the evening. This is from eonline.com. Not the most reputable news source in the world, but here we are. 90-day fiancés Stephanie Matto retiring from the fart jar business after hospitalization. If I make it through this without dying, Buck, yeah. In recent months, 90-day fiancé star Stephanie Matto has become an unexpected TikTok star after documenting her unconventional business selling jars of her farts. According to a TikTok video, the TLC reality star sometimes makes $45,000 in 1 week from her smelly gig. But after a recent health scare, Stephanie is changing up her business plan. In an interview with the content sourcing agency Jam Press, Stephanie opened up about her recent hospitalization that she claimed was a result of her steady diet of gas-inducing beans and eggs. I thought I was having a stroke, and these were my final moments. I was overdoing it, she told the outlet via the New York Post. It was made clear to me that I was experiencing wasn't a stroke or a heart attack, but very intense gas pains. I was advised to change my diet and to take gas supplement medication, and has effectively ended my business. In an Instagram post on January 4th, Stephanie did offer loyal customers some hope with another option. So by now you've caught wind that I am retiring from the fart jar business soon and branching into the digital world of NFTs. My NFT fart jar collection has launched and is available to mint. For those questioning Stephanie's fart business, you are not alone. In recent weeks, many users criticized the gig, which forced the reality star to address the judgment. In a TikTok video shared on December 15th, she wrote, "People judging me for selling my jarred farts. Them not knowing that I made over $100,000, own a beautiful home, and multiple cars." She also defended herself over the backlash that her product is a ripoff in a recent video shared on her YouTube channel. When you take into account the cost of shipping and handling, the amount of food I have to eat in order to produce the farts, the amount of energy and exertion it goes into creating those farts, the flower petals that go into the fart jars, which then capture the scent, and oh my god, and also every single fart jar comes with a handwritten note, that takes time. Time equals money. So when you total up everything, all the effort and the natural resources that go into creating this once-in-a-lifetime product, then it really is a good deal when you think about it. And that's how the story ends.
I'm not. You know what? I'm not giving her a score. I will not score this woman. You know, I as comic, as funny as it may be, or as ludicrous as it may sound for her to be selling her farts in a jar. You know what? If people want to buy it, why the hell shouldn't you frickin' sell it? Like I mean, it's not hurting anybody. We're not talking about weapons of mass destruction here. Some crazy, not crazy. That's terrible for me to make that label on somebody. But a fart aficionado might find himself desiring, the flatulence of an attractive woman, and if she's willing to freaking bottle up and sell it, and he's willing to pay that much money for it, Why, all you are doing, all we've done here is describe the perfect workings of a deal.
Yeah, she talks about making
That
$45,000 a week. Um, there's that many people buying fart jars.
right. I mean, like, how can people make fun of this? She found a market and she settled herself right in there, and now she has a house, multiple cars. Like she said, she made it like, oh wow, oh, we're gonna bastardize this one. No, nope, 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 nope. You know what? Yeah, she could have a quote real job. She could if she wanted to. No, instead she's elected to sell her farts in a jar, and while you go into your fucking office. Like, no, like, really, who makes out better here?
I do like deviled
Like,
eggs. So if anybody would like to buy
yeah,
my farts in a jar, please send those attention to the social liability at iCloud.com. Again, that's social liability at iCloud.com.
you know what? If that's something that interests you, send them that freaking email, and I'll get caregiver Katie to figure out how to put one of my dog's farts in a fucking jar for you. I mean, like, if you're willing to pay for it, well, we'll make it happen. I'll make it happen.
Buck's not a proud man.
No, 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 no. My shame went down with the same at the same pace as my ability to walk. Like, nah, nope.
I can just see someone gleefully running to the mailbox. My dog farts in the mail today.
Yeah, man. You know what? I mean, handwritten note, flower petals. I mean, like, it's not like she's just sending a jar of air.
Kinda is.
No, it's got flower petals and a handwritten note in there.
Sulfur, air.
And you know what? People make money selling fucking water.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it falls from the sky. Like, come on. Either way, we could go into that in a whole freaking whatever.
Oh, we can do a whole
But
episode on bottled water if you want. But that being
yeah,
said,
that's
folks, I don't
yeah.
I don't think we can top that. And that is going to bring us to an end for yet another week of the Social Liability Podcast. Just want to remind you to like, subscribe, do all that happy stuff. Follow us on our YouTube channel, which I've mentioned several times right now. We're also branching out into other places of social media, so you'll start seeing that soon with our Twitter, TikTok. Is that how the kids are saying it there, Bucky? TikTok.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know.
That sounds about right.
Instagram and all that other stuff. We're going to be getting there very, very shortly. But until the meantime, just check us on our YouTube channel and Anchor and any other podcasting platform that'll happen to pick up our RSS feed. Buck, if you got nothing else, I'm the Razgrees. He's the Buck Grundle. Have a week.